everyone, it's Michael Douglas. Welcome back to another episode of Dr. Pundit, where we talk about music, not medicine. And I'm remembering when, 25 years ago today, approximately May 16th, 2000, Britney Spears, who hasn't been in the news lately, thank goodness, I guess. We can kind of focus on talking about her music than her personal life. Her debut album in 1999 was a big deal, okay? Nothing would prepare the pop world for, or actually Britney Spears, for that matter, for the insane success that her sophomore record, Oops, I Did It Again, would bring, and even its change and impact on pop culture. Now, I have to admit, I really wasn't a huge fan. Yes, I was aware that she had released a follow-up album, and I was aware of her music, of course, Hit Me Baby One More Time from her debut album. But, I think people may have thought, okay, this sounds catchy, but does she have staying power? Is she just another flash-in-the-pan teen pop idol of the moment? Well, going back to, year 2000 when she released Oops, I Did It Again, she, I guess, really didn't know, and we didn't either, about how significant this release would be to basically forming her persona in the pop culture landscape at the time. You could even say that the release of this album in May of 2000 was an important pop cultural milestone and landmark in this country. Now, the album sold over 1.3 million copies in its first week alone. That's when most people were still, of course, using CDs, and years before streaming services. As a matter of fact, Spotify didn't hit this country until 2011. So kind of put some perspective on when we're talking about this, because 2000 technically, from a chronological standpoint, is still in the 20th century. But no one considers that such. Now, one thing that I really felt the album did for Britney Spears is that it matured her. It sounded a lot more mature than her debut album did. Oops, I Did It Again had, along with the accompanying video on the song, I think gave her a much more serious image, I suppose. Yeah, you know the video, the one with the red catsuit. Yeah, iconic. The album, Oops, I Did It Again, went on to sell 10 million copies. And all 4 singles from this album are essential parts to early to mid 2000s or even complete 2000s playlists, okay? Oops, I Did It Again, Lucky, Stronger. Out of all those singles, Britney Spears peaked at number 9 with a title cut, and it's one of those songs that I think should have been a number 1 hit. And a lot of people don't really realize, like Journey, okay? Don't Stop Believin'. That song is such a cultural touchstone in this country. That song should have been a number 1 hit, but it only peaked at number 9 as well on the Billboard Hot 100. And the other 2 singles, or 3 singles, really didn't fare as well. Lucky hit number 23 and Stronger hit number 11. The other single, Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know, failed to make the top 40, but it was a release single from that album. Now, Britney Spears would go on to promote the album with various TV and awards show performances, one of which was her controversial MTV Video Music Awards show in 2000. She would go on to host SNL and kick off her 3rd massive concert tour later that year. She would go on to win several Billboard Music Awards for the record and garner a Grammy nomination and an American Music Award. She would later break a Guinness World Record for the fastest selling album by a teen solo musician. So yeah, today, May of 2025, Britney Spears can celebrate the 25th anniversary of Oops, I Did It Again, and it's a real throwback to an era when pop music was taboo, exciting, and fearlessly creative, and not generated by AI. And I think you owe it to yourself to give this record a complete listen. It's actually a very good, solid pop album. Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again, released in May of 2000. Yeah, remember when indeed. I'm Michael Douglas. If you like what you see here on the channel, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. And as the late great Barry White always used to say, let the music play. And I'll see you on the next episode.